Well, hello, how are you? You good? You fine? Yeah, I know another video. It's the second part of our application interview things that we've noticed, that kind of thing. The first part talked about the annoyances that I've had with when I've had job interviews and afterwards. Um, but I've had good interviews too. I have had good interviews. Sometimes I've had a good interview, I haven't had the job, but then I've had a good experience. But in this video, we'll talk about advice to employers. Now, if you're an employer, I'd always say send the questions out ahead of time. You would not believe how much better you can get somebody to perform in an interview. Me, I've told you before, I suffer from anxiety. If I have the questions ahead of time, I can prepare properly. It's not like an exam. There are no sort of wrong answers. There are your examples. You are forewarned, you are forearmed, you are in the right frame of mind to be able to give the best performance, to say why you should be working for that company. Also make sure the process, this is to employers, okay, not for you and I, maybe employers, make sure the process is of the right level of the role. Don't make people jump through hoops for an entry level role. Another thing, consider it's actually a person you're talking to. Now, you don't know what their background is apart from what's actually written in front of you in black and white. Now, they may be having a bit of a bad day, bit of a bad time. They may be unemployed for a while, or they may have had some bad interviews. I would always say, be welcoming into a company for an interviewee as you would for a VIP. Because at the same time, and I've said this before, it's not just about the company interviewing you for the job role. You can actually interview them. Do you want to work there? If you've got a bad feeling, you're not really going to work there, are you? The advice then to you, if you're applying for jobs and you've got an interview, at the end of every interview they'll ask you, have you got any questions? You have 2 questions you have to ask. Ask questions. Plan them. I've kind of got 2 questions I've always kind of asked, how can I impress? How can I impress you in 3 months? I said that once. The answer I got back was, well, actually, our probation is 6 months. Well, thanks. And the other one is, what challenges are there in this role? Now, I've had some really awesome replies back, and it also leads on to other conversations within the role and about the company too, because you're getting a feel for what kind of company you want to work for. As I say, treat the job interview like you're interviewing them. I know that sounds a bit kind of cocky, but if you're going to work for a company, you want to make sure that your future boss isn't a dick. Put it bluntly. Basically, why should you work in that company? Why and what are they deserving of you? It's a big decision, and you want to make sure it's the right one too. And if it's, my other thing would be, if it feels off, it probably is. If you're getting a bit of a weird vibe, it's only once or twice I've left an interview and I thought, no, don't like that, didn't like it at all. And it only happens, and it is the hardest thing as well when you get that no, however long it takes them to tell you and however they tell you. I'd always prefer having a phone call, because now and again it's like, yeah, thanks, yeah. It's more of a yes or no answer conversation with me. When if you tell me no, I haven't got a job, that's okay. But it's better, it's a bit more human. It's not just cut and paste. I hate emails to tell you you haven't got a job. I think it's just rude. You've taken the time to go there, to talk to them. You've prepped. You've put together a presentation. You've learned about that company. You've told them everything about you, and it's still a no. I've been 4 times in the last few months where I've been so close yet so far, and I've also been told, if we had another role, you would have gotten it. Well, that was lovely, thanks. Make the other role now. Just flip your thinking, which is easier said than done. just think it just wasn't meant to be. You're gutted. I know you would be gutted. I've been there. But at the same time, you need to remember it just wasn't meant to be. It's, you want to be working at a company at the end of the day that deserves you, that values you. I kind of think doing something like this might actually hamper my employment prospects. That is basically if you made it this far. I don't think you have, but thanks anyway. This one's a bit longer than the first one. Like, follow, subscribe, favorites, whatever you want to do. And yeah, hey, thanks for checking me out.